our conflict is that I want to limit this and you want this
and
to
I want to have it
continue
go
on and on and on and on.
Yes.
Well, suppose you just taste this malted milk here just to give me an idea whether you have any particular distortion in sensation.
I see what you mean, yes. You want to experiment.
Well, I want to know whether there's any particular feeling connected with it.
It's the same distortion you get throughout the whole experience.
Such as what?
Well, lopsided. And you don't seem to be feeling it with your whole body. You seem to be feeling it with a horn-likeness. Things seem to be apexing in. I seem to be listening to myself and being you, the audience, listening to me.
What about the taste? Does it taste like the anticipated taste of a chocolate malt?
Yes, it does. All those things are so well known that there's no sense in doing them. I mean, the fact that I would never eat a hamburger again because it's so vulgar. You've had a hamburger.
What would you like to eat if you had a choice?
Well, what I would like to eat? Nothing. I have no... I feel physical again, and I think this is a bad thing.
You prefer to feel
that joy which gives me a feeling of anxiety, but at the same time...
Why does it give you a feeling of anxiety?
Because it seems to want to take me over too much, you see, and I don't want to let myself go.
Do you think that it can happen that you let yourself go and...
It seems so ecstatic and perfect that perhaps I can, and I don't want to suffer the consequences.
What would be the consequence?
That's an interesting question.
Well, let me reassure you right now that tonight you are going to go home, eat your dinner, and you will look back upon this experience. You will perfectly all right, your same old self, and in a few hours this whole feeling will leave you, as I have told you before. Do you have the feeling that this whole experience of yours has a special meaning to the onlookers and the crew who are taking this film?
Yes.
What kind of a meaning?
I feel as though there's some very definite driving meaning in it, and there's a spiraling arrow going to its mark. And I feel that everyone here is conscious of that feeling.
Is it some sort of an influence?
Yes.
One more question. You heard that before. Do you wish like eating something, or you rather forego it?
No, thank you.
Fine. Thank you. 2 o'clock. He's now flying high. We're getting ready for the second drawing. Please note that he does not see the difference between the two pictures. How long ago was it that I gave you this drawing?
Well, at this time I don't have any conception of time passing. I mean,
well, make a guess.
Let's see. See, I can't make any guess at all, really. I mean...
Well, what time of the day do you suppose it is?
About 3 o'clock.
About 3 o'clock. Well, you're only 1 hour wrong in this instance.
But didn't you say that before?
Well, at that time too you were 1 hour wrong.
That's, it has...
Drug has still a good effect on you. It would be important that you would now...
Isn't this going backward in time, like a mirror repeating itself or something?
Well, if you feel that way, it does. Anyhow, what I would like you to do now is to draw another picture of Paul, just like you did before. And while you're doing that, if you want to say something, you go right ahead.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
How does your left arm feel while you're doing this?
Feels very good. Feels fine.
You still have that pleasant feeling that you described before?
Yes, I still have it. I'll never get over it. It's something I'll never be the same.
What do you see here?
I see a lot of gentleness.
And what else?
Real beauty.
This is a general feeling when you look around yourself, is that correct?
Yeah.
Now you're getting emotional again. Now look at the picture now. Look at the picture. Look at it. And just concentrate on the eyebrows. That's where you were. Just look at it. You said it takes about 5 minutes, isn't it? Correct?
5 minutes.
Oh, come on, now concentrate on it. Do you have the feeling of reality when you look at this paper and you hold the pencil in your hand?
No. Yes and no. I don't.
Yes and no is correct. All right, now let's go on.
Okay, then we can go.
Fine. Good.
Poor model.
Yeah.
Had to wait all this time for this.
That's fine. Do you find it easier to draw this picture or a little more difficult?
It's a lot of fun.
Just about right. Bill, suppose you take a look at these two pictures and compare them, and let's see if you have any comments.
Well, we're not very finished.
Do you see any big difference?
Not really.
No real big difference.
The eyes, for example, are the same to me, and the line of the nose is the same, and the mouth is still a sweet mouth.
Okay, fine.
Okay?
248. What follows now is called by Bill a messianic experience. Universal love, joy, benevolence, and above all, the split between thought and feeling. Do you see a negative or a positive on my hand?
Well, it's a sort of an ethereal negative, if it is. It's got a lot
Ethereal negative.
well, it seems to have a nimbus around it.
A nimbus around.
Yes, red, violet, blues.
Now open your eyes and look at my face. How does my face look to you at this moment?
All right.
You don't see anything
a lot
strange?
of yellows.
A lot of yellows?
Yes.
What else? All right, now...
a lot of greens. The background is moving into your face. I don't know how much I'm seeing or how much I'm pretending to see, because all of a sudden I see you sitting there and I don't see the background at all.
Oh, then you see here some kind of a split.
Yes.
Between what you know you see and what you feel you see.
Yes, I feel as though that I've had a sort of an entrance into emotional life, and yet I can't feel, I'm sort of anxious about the reality of it.
This is therefore a split between thought and feeling, is that correct?
It seems to me that there is that, yes.
Mm-hmm. Now when you look at your hands, do as I do, close your eyes and just concentrate on your hands. Is there any difference in its weight, in its substance?
This one seems heavier.
The left one seems heavier
Seems more positive.
than the right.
Yeah, this seems more, there it is, I feel these lovely colors vibrating all over me. Oh, it's lovely.
Any lines?
Oh,
Any forms?
just like the shimmering of water, you know.
You can put your hand down now. Come on, describe it. You feel happy now? Do you feel happy?
Yes.
Oh, you must be, because you have tears in your eyes.
Oh.
Is that a beautiful experience, would you say?
I would say yes.
Describe it again.
Oh, I don't know. It's just giving and...
You're doing fine, just try to describe it.
Oh, you don't know. You want to give yourself... You want to give yourself as much as you can.
What happens when I do this?
I don't know, sort of nothing much except that I was sort of getting somewhere and you interrupted it.
I see.
Sort of irritating in a way, I suppose.
I know, but I thought that maybe we can rest a little bit because this experience was getting to be a little overwhelming. Isn't that right?
Well, I wouldn't say. I'd like to keep it up.
305. This is where the LSD effect usually goes into a decline. But Bill is still at it.
But such a benevolence.
What do you mean?
I feel very benevolent. I mean, I feel as though I have no enemies in the world, and this is very lovely.
Do you feel
very fragile, delicate, lovely. And it goes and comes, you know. I mean, that one state there that was, I never experienced anything like that. It's marvelous.
On the whole, do you feel happy or do you feel...
I feel so happy.
What happened to this feeling, messianic feeling that you described before?
I feel that it's, if that's what I described, I feel that it's very valid.
Yes, but do you still have it as strongly now as you had before, or is it weakening?
It's weakening, I suppose, or it's becoming more well-defined, I suppose.
Do you have the general feeling, though, that you're coming down to earth, so to say?
Yes, I do.
One last burst of ecstasy. At the end of this hour, he noticed the weight of his mic, the sweat of his shirt, the stomach that was empty. He asked for food. A grandiose delusion implanted upon the loss of body feeling was over.